I'm really privileged to introduce you now, a real figurehead at the time, somebody who's supporting the nations and the response to this. It's Dr. Tedros, Director General of the World Health Organization, and he's a very, passionate about what's going on here. And we see him on the TV all the time. Dr. Tedros, are you here in the global classroom right now? Can we speak to you?
Yes, Jeff. Thank you. Thank you so much for bringing us all together. I was told that there are more than 14,000 children online. This is really amazing. So thank you so much for having me.
Thank you very much for being here. We are so privileged here. We've gone to Nepal, we've gone to the United Kingdom, and right now I'm going to bring in a child from New York City. And we know New York's been dealing with a lot of issues in New York City right now. And hopefully in a second, our first question for you today is going to come from New York City, from Layla. Layla, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Hello.
You're live.
Hello, Dr. Tedros. It's such a privilege to have you here with us today. My name is Layla, and I am a high school student at the Brearley School in New York City, which, as you know, as an epicenter of the virus, has been hit exceptionally hard by this crisis. And so my question for you is, what kind of things do you normally do as Director General of the World Health Organization?
Yeah. Thank you, Layla, and nice to see you virtually, and hope to see you in person someday. First of all, I would like to add to what Jeff said earlier. It's Hand Hygiene Day today, but it's also an International Day of Midwives. So I have a question to all children participating in this webinar. Please ask your parents who your midwife is, a midwife who helped your mother deliver you. And please take your time, either today or tomorrow, to thank that midwife. I hope you'll accept my challenge and take a few moments of your time to thank the midwife who helped you come to this world. Then thank you, Layla, again, coming to your question. As Director General, I do especially my job focused on the missions of the organization. The mission of the organization is to promote health, keep the world safe, and serve the vulnerable. And WHO has more than 8,000 staff, and we have more than 150 offices around the world. So we help countries to do the three things that I have already said. But at this time, as you know, because of the pandemic, you said, we're focused more on COVID, and that's one of our responsibility to help the world prepare, and also to respond to outbreaks, epidemics, and pandemics. And now throughout the world, we're trying to help countries in the fight against COVID.
Dr. Tedros, thank you for that response. It's wonderful to hear you again. And I certainly echo about the midwives as well. And I do hope that everybody around the world, all of our learners in the classroom today, do take your challenge and do take some time tonight to go and do that. Our next question, we're going to go across now to Washington area, and I've got Noah on standby. Now, Noah, I do know is also looking forward to later on, because I think your mother is also a big fan of Samuel Eto'o as well, Noah. So off you go, Noah, far away.
Okay. Hello, Dr. Tedros. My name is Noah, and I live in Virginia in the United States. My family is originally from Cameroon. Thank you so much for taking my question. How can I, as an individual, make a difference in the fight against COVID-19? Thank
you, Noah. That's a very, very good question. And I have been to your beautiful country, by the way, Cameroon. There is a lot you can do for your own health, your families, and the people closest to you. By keeping yourself safe, you can protect others. And there are 5 important ways to protect your health. 1, clean your hands well with soap and water or an alcohol-based rub. And second, cover your nose and mouth when you sneeze and cough. Third, avoid touching your face, eyes, nose, or mouth. And number 4, keep at least one more distance between yourself and others. And number 5, know what the symptoms are: fever, dry cough, and difficulty breathing. If you feel sick, tell your mom or dad or another adult. So these 5 things you do to protect your health, we can summarize them as WEF-DF, WEF-DF, or WEF-DF. And I hope you will remember those. But in addition to that, try to remain active physically and mentally, and stay up to date with accurate information. And it's important also to eat well, and also keep a daily routine as much as possible. And plus, as a student, you can do something creative. And WHO, UNICEF, and other partners have released a storybook, as you may know, called My Hero Is You, for younger children in the room, which explains how you can protect yourselves, your families, and friends from coronavirus, and give some ideas on managing difficult emotions. You can download the book from the WHO website, and I like to invite you to do that. Noah, again, thank you so much. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tedros. Noah, what a wonderful question, so well read. Thank you very much for that as well. Now let's travel to a different area of the world. We're going to go up sort of the northern area now towards Finland. I'm going to try and invite Muna into the global classroom. Muna, how are you?
Thank you for asking. I'm really fine. Hello, Dr. Tedros. I'm Mona from Finland, and I want to thank you for taking my question also. And my question for you is, why is hand washing so important to stop the virus?
Thank you, Mona. And I know one word from your language, kitos. And thank you for this very important question, and very timely, because today, as I said earlier, is in fact World Hand Hygiene Day. So it's a great day to practice cleaning your hands. Our hands are one of the main connections with the world around us. We touch door handles and computer keyboards. We eat with hands. We use them to pick up balls, pens, bags, and many other things. Because the virus can survive on some surfaces, one of the ways people can get infected is by touching surfaces where the virus might be, and then touching their face. Washing them regularly using soap and alcohol-based rub is one of the best ways to keep them clean and to protect ourselves. You should clean your hands for at least 40 seconds with soap and warm water, or for 20 to 30 seconds with an alcohol-based rub. Kitos again, Muna. Kitos, and I have been to your beautiful country, Finland, also.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Tedros, and thank you for the language there as well. Wonderful link up to go through. I think our next question, we're going to go across to France. And I'm going to say, first of all, if I can do my best French, I'm going to say, bonjour Louise, ça va en France?
Oui. Bonjour, Dr. Tedros, je m'appelle Louise, j'ai 10 ans et j'habite à Chemillé dans l'ouest de la France. Ma question est-ce que le virus peut circuler dans l'eau? Si oui, est-ce qu'il peut contaminer les poissons?
Okay, Dr. Tedros, so what's the translation for you there running through? So she's asking, Louise is asking you, does the virus circulate in water? And you know, if it did, would it kill the fish?
Merci beaucoup, Louis. Thank you for that very interesting question. The virus does not circulate in water, and we have not found any evidence that it affects fish. We're very worried, though, about how the virus affected many areas of life. The main way the virus spreads is through droplets made when an infected person coughs, sneezes, or speaks, or by touching contaminated surfaces or your eyes nose or mouth. I hope that answers your question. Merci beaucoup again, Louis.
Merci, au revoir.
Merci, Louis. Très bien.
Au revoir, bientôt.
Wonderful stuff. Okay, so we've had quite a few questions now from France, from Finland, from America going around, from New York as well, from Nepal and from the UK. And I think in a second now, we'll be going to a question in Cambodia. That's in Churung School in Cambodia. And that's the United World School. So if we can hear possibly now from the people there, who's Sarah. So Dr. Tedros, Sarah is asking you here that he's saying his school is closed at the moment and his friends are now learning from home. And he's also learning about hand washing and the virus. Can you please tell him what's happening to other children in other countries around the world?
Yeah, thank you, Sarah. And in Khmer, their language, Som Makun, to Sarah for this very caring question. Som Makun means thank you in Khmer, in Cambodian language. And it's heartwarming to hear people ask about the well-being of others around the world. Fortunately, children are generally not infected by COVID-19, although there have been a few cases among children, and unfortunately, some children have died. But even if you don't get sick, you can help to protect others by washing your hands and doing the other things we have discussed. We see the virus and the measures being taken are affecting children in many ways, from them having to stay home to being worried about the health impacts and the health of their relatives, including their family members. We work closely with governments to advise how they can support children in many ways. We want to support initiatives like this that try to maintain a connection with children all over the world. It's when communities are engaged and when there is community ownership is there in the fight against COVID, children also are protected. Thank you, and Som Makun, Sarah.